Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gold Championship Series Summer 2018. It's time to crown a new world champion who will climb the frozen throne. We started with the 16 players, now we're down to the final 4. We have Infi, TH, Fly, and esl-radio. My name is Neo, welcome back to Warcraft, and of course, we still have two casters here by my side. Mr. Remo, how you doing on this final day?
I'm doing great, yeah. All our months of qualifiers of actual tournament here in Shanghai, it's all coming down to this. 4 players left. After today, we're gonna find out who is the current world champion. Yesterday, our playoffs began, and that was a day full of surprises. Upsets everywhere. Every single one of those best of 4 matches, you want to ask yourself here maybe, well, Infi and TH, those are 2 high-level players. I know them from the past. Yes, they are, and they played extremely well yesterday. Foggy and Lindo, they would have had the upper hand if you ask a lot of the current scene in Warcraft, but even more so, esl-radio and Fly making it out. Nobody would have thought that, so today, I don't know what we're gonna expect.
This is totally unpredictable. We started with the 16 players, as you said. We had 4 days of group stage, but now, yesterday, quarterfinals, as you said, were best of 5, and we have 3 best of 5s here as well. The 2 semifinals and the game for third. The grand final then will be a best of 7. This is about 100,000 yuan, I think. $16,500. Infi and TH start things off in a human mirror, question mark. Our second set will be an orc versus night elf with Fly versus esl-radio. And here we start with 2 of the greatest human players of all time. I think only Sky and Todd can match them. 2 brothers, 2 players who seem to have the same mind but still have some differences in their play. Both are world champions, both were world champions, both have won GCS before. It could be the second title for both of them.
Yeah, they have had incredible success throughout their career and have managed to keep together a friendship for so many years. They are really brothers. They do so much together. They share strategies. They, of course, practice together. They know each other inside and out. There's going to be so many mind games between the 2 of them, most of which probably we're not even going to understand.
The mindset started picking the race already.
Yeah.
Like, is someone gonna play Night Elf? Are they sticking with human? Pretty unpredictable. Infi yesterday looked as strong as he was in the summer season of 2017 when he made it to the final against 1-2-0. Foggy absolutely outclassed.
Crazy to say, but true. Yeah, Infi in the group stages, he looked solid. You know, he made his way through, but against 1-0, he actually chose to play Orc instead, feeling not confident enough to be able to win with human. So he really surprised me with his top-notch performance. TH, he himself won 3-0 as well. Wouldn't say that he was as incredibly strong. I felt like Lin made it a little bit too easy for TH, our current reigning GCS champion.
Indeed. TH would be the second player to defend the title. 1-2-0 did that before him. It could only be the second final for TH. Infi, as I said, won 1 tournament and lost 1 final. They're going into the booth and we will see the races pretty damn soon. The crowd packed again. 90 minutes before the games. The seats were already taken, but they don't stop at the seats. They sit everywhere. They stand everywhere. And today, our Chinese commentators, the dream duo here, Xiaolin and TD. But welcome to our little studio here, next to the roof, at the balcony, here in the Back to Warcraft cabin, I would say. Man, I stopped with my predictions. I was so wrong yesterday. 0% Farsight rate, I guess.
I got 25.
You got 25, but you got lucky with Moon's Naga play there. Come on, man. That was unpredictable as well.
How rude of you. Our good friend esl-radio, you put no faith in him.
He's not my friend anymore. He's not coming here for interviews. He's not my friend. That's how the Warcraft business is.
He's still my friend. I got a heart of gold. You know that about me.
Of course, man, Remo. How was church today, by the way?
Really good.
Oh, good.
I enjoyed the sermon. You know, had of course nothing to atone for because I'm such a good guy.
So in the back we see 2 human crests that could indicate a human mirror. I think that will indicate a human mirror because what Infi swapped races before in the match against 1-2-0 in the group stage. There we saw an orc crest, so I think they stick with their main race.
I think so too, especially playing in front of crowds. I mean, this is not qualifiers. The nonsense is over. We're not going to have random versus random here. This would upset a lot of fans here, and I think that's something that they don't want to do. And maybe even, you know, the Netty staff wouldn't be too pleased with that. So human versus human is what we are supposed to expect here. Once upon a time, of course, TH played Night Elf, but you don't want to do that against a practice partner who knows you inside and out.
Absolutely. Since 2012, I guess, they're buddies. Both got married recently, like 3 weeks apart from each other. And yeah, their tournament year 2018 wasn't the greatest. A few finals, they always lost against Lin, but Lin is out thanks to TH yesterday, seemingly easy. And a lot of people say whoever wins this semifinal wins the tournament altogether.
Well, there's where we have to come back to predictions and to favorites. Can't trust those feelings, man.
Nope.
Can't trust the role of the favorite. Anything might happen. Now, Fly, he has been counted out. He has been considered very lucky, actually, to make it to the playoffs. Then yesterday, he defeats 1-2-0 out of nowhere. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Still, everybody thinks Fly has no chance, but I'm not going to consider anybody to be a favorite here. I think this is an even playing field. I think everybody has a shot.
Yeah, especially offline. Like, on offline events, everything can happen. We saw that with yours in 2015. Yep. We saw 16. There we go.
If you have the momentum, if you grab that in one game, you can just ride that through to the end. It seemed like that for yours back then. Was so close, but Fly having such a strong comeback. Speaking of momentum, though, I think Infi looked the strongest out of all yesterday. He seemed to make everything work. He even won with weird strategies, tinker first, but he played it out so well. Scouting, decision-making, timing. Micro, of course, always on point for him as well. If he continues playing like yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the final.
Yeah, that was the racial distribution here. We kind of expected it to be that way, with 1 Night Elf, 1 Orc, and 2 humans. I mean, maybe not with Infi there, but someone else, maybe 2 Night Elves. But that we have an Orc was pretty clear. We all thought it would be Lin. It's not. Yeah. We thought we would have a Night Elf here with Foggy or Moon. We were all wrong at esl-radio. And that is the trophy for today, boys and girls outside. The Frozen Throne will go to one of those 4 players. Looks like we start our first best of 5 semi-final on the way. Infi, one of the older players here in this tournament, 28 years old, WCA champ, GCS champ. His GCS race is kind of 50-50. If it's summer, he's red hot and performing really well. If it's winter, the Iceman doesn't really work well with the snow and the cold.
Yeah, it's like always interesting between TH and Infi. They have their up and down phases. It seems like obviously TH being really impressive last time around, being able to win that. Now here, both are performing well for once. Both find themselves in the semifinals, and unlucky for them, I guess, as being friends one has to kick the other out. They hope for place 1 and place 3 finishes, which may very well be in the cards.
Indeed. The fans with their posters and banners again. The introduction for the 3X. TH Ling Ling Ling, the current reigning and defending world champion. We mentioned this often enough. The beard is gone, but the skill is still there.
Most fans, Warcraft fans, were hoping for a Nile versus human matchup. In general, tends to be more entertaining. TH used to do that in the past, as we already said. Unlikely to be the case here, though. When they play against each other, it's mostly human versus human. The one guy, by the way, who really is looking forward to the human versus human is Hawk. He's been saying, this is going to be the best matchup, this is going to be the best game, it's going to be so high level. Everyone else being like, yeah, kind of want to see Lolai versus Fly, but Hawk especially, he's going to take out his notebook here and gather some tips, because this is the highest level of this matchup that you can hope to see in the entire world. I
agree. There's no one else who can match that. I mean, obviously not Chimiko, but also that these are for so many years the best humans. Since Sky's retirement, it's pretty clear who the human elite in the world is. Map picks and bans. Infi bans Turtle Rock, doesn't want to play close position as it seems. TH doesn't want to gamble on Terranas stand, so we start on Last Refuge.
Alright, in this matchup, there are some maps which might be played with an expansion. LR could be such a map, Echo Isles could be such a map, same for Twisted Meadows.
Okay, man. Spring 2016, we had this very match, Infi versus TH, in the Gold Championship Series in the lower bracket round 2. And there, it was Infi taking the series. In a best of 3, though, that is a little different. In general, I would say the big matches tend to go towards TH.
Yeah, I can see that. But I would not give any of them here the edge heading in. I think it's all about the shape of the day.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have a bit of an off day. They certainly can't afford one of those. But some days it just clicks. You know, everything you go for just works, and you get that positive feeling. Oh man, I got the last hit here. Oh man, I got the footy micro out on 10 HP. If they grab momentum here early, if everything works out for them, if they have their A game today, this should be theirs. Could be the case for either one of them. As we head into our first semifinals of the day, the two brothers colliding. We start our best of 5 on Last Refuge. In the top right, we have Infi in the blue. And the bottom left, it is TH, our current reigning champion of GCS.
This is the first human mirror battle between the two melted minds, between TH and Infi. On patch 1.29, we have seen the match prior this year in Color Cup and GCS qualifiers, but there it was Infi switching the race to Night Elf, a move that was before a signature move by TH, but he returned it and he reversed it, I guess, and was pretty successful in all 3 GCS qualifiers. Infi took the win. I mean, they met in the February qualifier that they played random. It was 4-0 for Infi. With Night Elf, he seemed to be successful until Color Cup, where they met in the lower bracket final, and Infi was playing Night Elf again. TH defeated him 2-0, so Infi is back to human. So what's this human mirror all about? Levels. Yes. On the Archmage, it doesn't really matter which level. Every single one is important. Of course, you start on 1, Water Elemental. Then, who's gonna get the Brilliance Aura first? Can you shut your opponent down? Will you stop the mana regeneration for a bit? Then, we don't have to mention level 3. I mean, the level 2 Water Elementals are so sick. But also level 4. The additional mana regen on your casters that you have them, on your priests, is additional healing, additional dispel. So every level matters.
And for the second hero as well, obviously he's going to be relying on mana. And this is where the first really interesting thing occurs in this matchup, because the beginning is very steady. You know, creep to level 3 as quick as you can, go for the mercs, invest heavy into the early, delay your 2-2. That's normally what we can expect, unless someone wants to take a gamble with a fast expansion, which we should not expect. And second hero, we have 3 choices: Panda, MK, and new with a new patch, Alchemist. This matchup has been about Breaker War's most standard for a long time, and the Alchemist has proven to be really, really good in this with that AoE heal spray. Is that what we're gonna see here, or are we gonna switch it up? Of course, tier 3 is always a possibility, but is also a danger, because you will be weak for a pretty long amount of time, where your opponent can pressure you pretty hard.
Okay, we have Devotion Aura versus Vamp Aura. This is the first little advantage for TH, as his units heal up, except the Archmage and the Water Elementals, but Footman and Militia, of course, are melee. The other question is not only tier 2 heroes, but expansions. Will they expand? When will they expand? Tier 1 expansion possible, tier 2 expansion possible, tier 3 not so much, but I mean, we have seen basically everything in this matchup here.
Yeah, if you should grab an advantage early, let's say you kill a footy and a Shadow Priest of your opponents, lose nothing else, maybe that's already good enough for an expansion. But before the first few losses come in, I believe we're gonna see a tech. But you're absolutely right, this could be a tier 1 expansion, but both players will be scouting for this. As we see the footy here for TH, finds himself ensnared, but no enemy nearby to take him out. Both Archmages here creeping towards level 3. The creep routes varying a little bit. I wonder who has the more optimal one. Seems very even still between the two.
Indeed, and very even is the history between the two. In the history of Warcraft 3, they have met each other 116 times on maps. Infi is slightly behind with but only a 6-map difference in so many encounters. That shows you how even they are, how well they know each other. Recently, since September, Infi slightly has the favor, but as I said, he was switching to Night Elf. Last time Infi defeated TH in the Human Mirror was in September, but since then a lot of stuff has changed with the new patch. So he was faking an expansion here, gets a little damage done towards this, and this could be the first blood in our semi-final, but Infi seems to block, saving his peasant once again, just as he did against Foggy in the quarters.
Normally in this matchup, one of the players, or maybe even both, try to harass the economy during tech. Normally the guy to creep faster to level 3 will have the advantage there. But here, very, very rarely and unlikely, neither player actually attacking the main base.
Yes.
Instead, just keeping on creeping.
PvE seems to be the game plan for both of them. Militia being called again by Infi to fend off this footman. So, no water elemental drops. Did we see arcane towers in the base? I mean, some of the players tend to skip them, but it's so risky and so dangerous.
So we have the first engagement. Shadow Priests are going to be key to get the dispels off. There it is. Double abolish, gets rid of the first water elemental. Both players have done this. Both players will lose their first Shadow Priest here, as it seems, with the boots of speed.
But Infi has a nice concave around the army of TH, getting the first blood here.
And this Archmage had to run a long way to get to go for that kill, so a lot of damage was missing. So I think one more Footman was the prize here for Infi. Not the largest of deals, of course, but every little thing matters.
Indeed, especially for the experience. We have level 3.6 and almost level 4 for Infi. There you see the advantage. Almost losing another Footman, but the control at the moment is too good. But there's a Shadow Priest and there's a Berserker on TH's side, so the mercenaries are strong with the 3-axe. But Infi has the same now, going to his own mercenary camp, a little investment. Both players around 30 food. Tier 2 is finishing a little earlier for TH. So, Alchemist it is for TH.
Alright, with that already certainly telegraphing the breaker play. Is Infi gonna follow up with one of his own? Big level up here, that's the level 4. Gonna give up some more experience here with the water elemental.
Seems to be a Mountain King for him, right? Oh no, he's going Alchemist as well. This is what some of us expected, but we've seen Acid Bomb.
Exactly, Acid Bomb versus Heal Spray. What's gonna be better? Lots of healing here for Infi, for TH, excuse me, with the Heal Spray and also the Scourge Bone Chimes. And now fighting with the creeps in the back as well. Heal Spray once again used against the Acid Bomb, but more kills will be coming in. This Archmage really good damage with the claws and the clubs that he found earlier.
Yeah, everybody was raving about that Heal Spray because of the range, because of the AoE, because it can't hit the enemy units anymore. But in this tournament, we've seen more and more Acid Bomb, and as it seems, in this first encounter, it seems to be the right choice. Infi with a little miss micro here, catching unnecessary damage.
And with the boots, this is going to be an easy chase down. Another kill and more experience. With that, almost level 4.
But he has to share the experience with the Alchemist, so he didn't get too much. Double Arcane Sanctum, all-out Breaker Wars here on Last Refuge on both sides. So now it's time to creep up the Alchemist.
So we got the item here. Ah, he did. Oh, greater mana.
And he has the second level Brilliance Aura at the moment, which TH doesn't.
Creeping up this for himself. Yeah, greater mana, definitely the best find to get here. With an MK not being in the equation. Hero kill, very unlikely. And the mana is going to be so amazing for more and more heal waves. In these Breaker Wars, healing is premium. And that's going to help him out a lot. Double level up here for Infi. Finally has that Brilliance level 2 himself. And now we'll have an Acid Bomb to use as well.
Okay, or he goes Chemical Rage, also an option, but without mana burn, I think it will be the 2 spells for both of them. Acid Bomb again, is he going for an Archmage? He's a little out of position, but the units of Infi are so hurt. Here we see the Heal Spray saving all of them.
Oh, and there is the Acid Bomb for TH as well. He's gonna get another footy kill here. AM, yeah, has to be careful. With the boots, however, should make it back to safety. And of course he has that nice little bit of heal spray, as well as the priest should be able to get back up to full HP without too much troubles. Level 5 Archmage. That is a big deal. Takes so much Dispel to get rid of those water elementals. And Infi has the big lead in terms of experience where that's concerned.
I agree, and then with the water torrents he can push a lot harder, but I think TH is a little fast when it comes to the priest, so we'll see how that goes. Acid Bomb again, countering with the heal spray. Archmage at the moment not really in trouble, but Infi is losing quite some health on his heroes there. Shouldn't feed the Archmage too much, so sending the water elementals in. Yeah, there's the dispel, and off they go.
Yep, we do have it now. And oh, I love the reaction here by Infi. Once he sees the first spell, he brings back the water elementals, doesn't want to give up that experience too easily. But he wants to find some kills, he wants to get trades going, he must know that he's ahead in experience. Not by too much, but by a little bit.
Oh, but TH with the dive of the Alchemist kills the priest in the back. That was quite good. And another footman here, so looks like the champion is coming back in this game, despite the big experience lead for Infi in the first place. Dispel upgrade only now.
Lost his Berserker there, though. TH did. That's quite a significant loss. More experience as well, of course, too. This AM would love to get some more items, or clarities rather, and Region scrolls, and wow.
Yeah.
Those peasants moving out for the expansion.
With
TH,
that fight, I can certainly see why.
he has quite a big supply lead now.
Yeah.
It's not been like, you know, overwhelming, clear-cut, super easy victories in these fights, but, you know, little cuts and bruises here and there, a footy here, a Shadow Priest there, maybe a Priest there, and he rightly analyzes that he has the lead here. But level 3 Water Elementals could be coming out still very soon for Infi.
He crept his laboratory now, still sharing experience. Archmage is scouting for this already. Doesn't have a staff, doesn't have boots, but of course there's no disable in form of a Stormbolt or whatever. So he sees this. Can he push this down? There's no mana for Water Elemental, so I think the damage is not enough, especially with the defense troop of priests here. Alchemist kind of on its own, but where's Infi's army?
Going for his own expo, by the way. Here comes the main army. Level 3 versus level 3. Alchemist would love to know the skill build here. And here come the dispels. Double dispel on the Water Elementals. That's a lot more experience for Infi. Getting him closer to 5 on his AM.
So far, TH's army is was only priests. The footmen almost all gone. Now breakers are coming in. Infi again slightly behind. That was a kill for TH as it seems. Still no level 5 for Infi.
Sick inventory on this Alchemist for Infi. Great consumables. A ring of protection was actually really nice for that Alchemist. And now going for the priest.
That was a nice snipe there. The priest a little out of position. Has to be careful. Saves his one. In the back, the Alchemist healing up again.
Very few breakers so far. More and more healing coming in. The damage in this army pretty minimal. Especially when there's no acid bomb anymore, but you still have a couple of ones to be used. Level 5 now finally for this AM for Infi. Gonna be big Water Elementals.
Once he has the mana, gonna take some time though. Level 2 Brilliance Aura helps. And I think Infi got the revenge here for the former fight. He's setting up an expansion. Of course, TH is mining already. How long can he stay in here against the 900 HP, 45 damage summons?
Yeah, seems like TH really needs militia support. Does he have them from the main? Can he call them? Here's level 3 Water Elemental. He is gonna dispel it, but it took a lot of mana to do so. Now going for the hero, Alchemist, dropping low for TH, but he's really fast. Pretty sure he has the boots of speed, so he will be getting out of trouble. But this is still a very big and scary force that Infi is mustering.
Yeah, man, I think he can't stay in that fight much longer because the breakers numbers seem to be overwhelming for TH at the moment. 50 food for him, 47 for Infi only, but more is on the way, I think. TH maybe sending some harassment. I see some red dots. Alchemist is about to fall here. Has acid bomb on him. Damage is ticking, but he can't reach. Chemical Rage or boots would have helped him. And now more losses. And finally the level 5 for TH as well.
And here's the big Water Elemental, and there's no priest anymore. This is going to be so much damage. The AM in trouble. He could transfer the Health Stone if he wants to. Of course, also has a TP to use if he needs. There goes for the Health Stone, however, on the Alchemist instead. He'll survive for a little bit longer. Water Elementals battling it out. This is Breaker Wards through and through. Alchemist coming back from the main, being healed up a little bit again. Acid Bomb versus Heal Spray. This Heal Spray doing a lot of work right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Acid Bomb is ticking down, level up for the Alchemist as well. It's not unlikely that we will see Mass Teleport in this matchup, and both are so smart in terms of Warcraft knowledge and use that, can put that spell to very, very good use.
This tug of war going back and forth. Both players here perfectly matched for even in terms of supply. Blacksmith now coming in.
Only for Infi though.
Only for Infi, yeah. So with that, he's going to have the late game on his side if we stay on Breaker Tech. And I don't think any player here can afford to transition out of this. It's just too much pressure being asserted by the opponent.
Sick lasted by Infi there. TH almost doing a phenomenal job moving it back, but no. Now both players breaking upkeep. There is an harassment Water Elemental, and Infi cut the corner, did not use an Arcane Tower there against this harass.
Water Elemental ran through the entire map though, so shouldn't have too much duration left on it.
But he knows now though.
He does know.
He can't really fight without the Water Elementals. Yeah, and against Militia, Infi can't fight.
But if they receive an Acid Bomb here, they could melt. But TH moving forward. Infi doesn't quite want to fight yet. Alright, here, repositioning, going in now. He has the Water Elemental advantage. We see a couple of dispels. Not quite enough to get rid of it, though. So that was basically a lot of mana wasted for those dispels. Water Elemental still laying into the peasants from the back line. First peasant is dead. Militia duration obviously over. And now Infi moving forward, pressing his advantage. He's up by a tiny little bit of supply. But mostly mana on his side, I would say.
The blocker line for Infi is becoming so strong now. The Archmage always in the back, never attacked by those priests. TH seems forced into more mercenaries, but the Acid Bomb is so goddamn strong against them. How long can he hold on here?
That Alchemist of his still not level 4. Gets another breaker of his killed, and this heal spray so strong for Infi. He seems to not take any losses.
There's the Water Elemental gone, level 4 for the Alchemist now as well. Equal levels, if I'm
Look
not
at the
mistaken.
mana for the Priest. Like, Infis have barely anything. They've been forced to continuously use that Dispel, whereas Infi... Did I say Infi twice? Sorry, I mean TH's Priest, yeah, they're super low mana, whereas Infis still have quite a bit of mana left over. Battle for the red spot could be a massive item in these Breaker Wars. Any aura is amazing. Well, Scourge Bone Chains obviously not, but you know what I mean. And now upgrades coming in as well. That makes a massive difference.
Okay, we're fighting in a little choke here. Should protect the Priest very well. Dispel against the Water Elementals again. Should be another last hit for Infi soon. And therefore closer and closer to level 6. But the Archmage of his is super low on mana. Can't summon another Water Elemental.
By the way, what Infi is doing so nice, usually in the Breaker Wars you always saw A-click, you know, everything's attacking everything. But the Alchemist is too good against that with the heal spray AoE healing, so he's focusing targets. You can see it here, everything onto the Mauler, now everything onto one single Breaker. That's how you have to micro this against an Alchemist on the other side.
But TH is finding another opening, sends another Water Elemental and kills the peasant, denies the mining, or at least lowers it a little. How long can he stay alive against this? A single target is really an interesting idea. We have another acid bomb here. Level 2, of course.
Yeah, you can see it here again. Everything going for the Mauler until he's microed back. Then
Alchemist
going for the next
is
target.
in the range of the Arcane, though. Burns a lot of mana for him.
Can he get him back to safety into the back line? He has dropped pretty damn low. Thank goodness for that Ring of Protection. But now, both his heroes for Infi out of mana.
Unbelievable.
And his mining up here also being disrupted pretty well by the Water Elementals.
Close to level 5 now, though. 1/3 of a level he's missing. And that was the last Water Elemental for TH. He is able to fight without them, and he sends them into to harass again and again. Upgrades now for TH as well.
Both players nearing 80 supply and going for more and more upgrades, as you said. So the one big advantage for Infi is the mana on the Priest. How can he make use of this? Not really with Water Elemental kills, because they're always being sent away. Finally, Infi loses a unit here. Seems like it's been a while, and loses 2 priests in quick succession. More experience for TH. Retreats further back here into this little choke. Seems like Infi is very heavy on the breakers. Perhaps he could use a couple more priests.
I like that Infi kept the devotion aura from early on. 1 armor point doesn't seem to be much, but it's when this is about every single little move, it's great. And also, parking the skeleton, the Shadow Priest there was a nice idea for the spell, but seems not to be worth it. 2-1 upgrade coming, or 2-2.
2-1, I think, as well. Not 100% certain. Another Water Elemental kill. More experience. Peasant as well. You know, every little thing matters.
Yeah, would love to see how far TH is now towards level 6. Thank you, Observer. On point today. Also 1/3 away.
Shout out to Remo, by the way, who's doing it today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yesterday as well?
No. Yesterday. Apparently, they decided they needed someone else.
Claws plus 12.
Why is he not solo leveling this Alchemist, though? This would be level 5 for him. I guess after this he can go for the Turtle Creep. That will certainly be level 5, especially with him seeing the entirety of Infi's army up north. More experience for this Alch as well. We're gonna have Alchemist level 5 on both sides.
It's so sick that only one summon can force a retreat of Infi. I mean, of course, he wanted...
It's the Water Torrent Neo.
He wanted
it's the best of the summons.
He wanted the red spot for himself. Now he has to go all the way to the other side of the map, losing a lot of time while TH was creeping. What do we have for Infi here? Didn't see the item yet. Well, this Archmage is so sick with 2 Gloves of Haste and 2 Claws. One of them being a plus 12, of course.
TH was on the defensive side the entirety of the game. Now he's finally being aggressive towards the main TP home. Where's it gonna be? Pretty defensively here behind the altar of his.
Oh, this is not good, I think. It's only able to move out one unit at another. Of course, the buildings are helping a little. The militia has been called, but they're not doing anything since every little entry is blocked.
It's gonna be expensive here with this call to arms, and yeah, it seems like so many of these units can't even attack heal spray from the back. He has to go for a TP to reposition, realizes this is not good enough to take this fight into the middle. Smack bang of everything of his opponent. By the way, the Bloodlust being traded backward and forward, so finally the mana of the breakers is useful for something. TP out from the Archmage. Would have loved to get level 6 here, but didn't quite get there.
That was so expensive for Infi. 2 town portals to save his game, and TH is floating in gold. He shut down Infi's mining the entire time. Nice block. Is it enough though? The fireball, yeah. That
Level
should
5.
be enough. Level 5.
What's
Heal
up here?
spray level 3. Pretty likely and close to 6. Oh my god.
So even between these two.
It doesn't get much closer than this. And this is only map 1.
Oh, both players here looking for that level 6. That opens up so many opportunities. So now he wants to solo creep his Archmage. These peasants here should be enough if he finds the kills, goes for the tower first.
And then
Takes a while with breakers. But
and it's so easy though to react to what Infi is throwing at him with a mass teleport. Infi is doing the same. There is one arcane tower up, and here we go, acid bomb into them.
Yeah, it's gonna be level 6 here on both sides. Mass teleport has become available. Can TH come home after he killed this to defend his expansion?
Unbelievable. Oh, we see a breaker already. Is he portaling in? There we see it. Ultimate from Infi number 1, but TH is following.
Alright, how's the position here for Infi? Not good enough, he says. He's TPing out. Again a TP used.
1,000 gold gone in less than 2 minutes, I think.
And now he's in an all-in position. His expo's dead. His opponent's is still standing.
Yeah.
He can't allow this.
Exactly. Priests are moving south. Infi is also supply stuck. Can't go for the 80 food that TH most likely is gonna get. Invest some mana, some money into the mana burning arcane towers. TH is making sure that Infi is not setting up an expansion again.
And here it is. Mass teleport in. Still has the TP. And as long as he holds on here, he should be fine. Can he do it? Water element is nicely split. Can't get the spell too easily. Blizzard transition. So much damage with the acid bomb into the backline.
Indeed, but how long? Yeah, I mean, there's no disable, there's no silence, there's no stormbolt. There's nothing that can stop this Archmage except if he's dry, but no water torrents anymore for him.
Oh my god, heal scroll would be so good, but he has the next best thing. He has heal spray into the back. Which heroes are gonna run out of mana first? Seems like the Alchemist for Infi doesn't have anything anymore, but this is also the last Blizzard for a little bit, of course. Brilliance Aura will get him back here pretty quickly. Both players here still very even in terms of supply. What's gonna be better, Blizzard or Water Elementals? Well, the Water Elementals seem to be getting dispelled too quickly, and it's just endless Blizzard with this high mana region.
Yeah, you said it, man. He has to use the heal spray in the back for the Priest, and what can heal his breakers then? Not too much. TH's front line is completely healthy, full HP, everything's green, while the first breakers for Infi are crumbling.
Even the Militia now coming from the main. All in Militia, yeah. That's it. This is all in for Infi. He has to win this fight quickly, but how can you do that against level 3 heal spray?
Infi has no money anymore as well. Can't go for an invoke, can't go for a heal scroll. TH still 500 gold and counting. So the Militia, can they turn the tide? Will he have a better position somewhere? But of course, TH will not allow that. It's Infi who has to push.
Yeah, absolutely. Cannot allow this game to drag out much longer. Level 6 Alchemist can be an X factor here. Is someone close? Not really. Both more than half a level away.
Peasant Wars on the right, Breaker Wars on the left. Will we see again Blizzard? Oh, hell yeah!
Oh my god!
And he follows it up with the acid bomb one more time. This could be a triple kill in no time. Here we go. First one. Oh, nice micro by Infi so far, but he has to heal up. He doesn't hit the priests in the back, so the acid bomb does the job and kills them both. And on the right side, I think it's the third kill, heals him up himself. So that one's safe. But man, what can heal the breakers now?
This Blizzard seems to be deciding this game. The Water Elementals, once there's so many priests, they just get dispelled immediately. And look at it rain again. He's microing against it a little bit late. Everything's dropping low for Infi. Would love to have a heal scroll, but doesn't have the money. GG! The 1-0 for TH.
Indeed. What a comeback, man. Infi was up for the majority of the game, especially in experience. He had level 4 earlier. He had level 5 earlier. But in the end, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, that Expo kill. He was there sooner. He was there just a little bit earlier, gets the kill, and then manages to defend. That was the checkmate move. You're put into an all-in position. If you don't win that game very quickly, that gold mine's of course gonna pay off. And I think even without Blizzard, TH would have won that. But with Blizzard, he made it more decisive. That
really?
Blizzard plus Acid Bomb, dude, oh my god. So much damage.
He could afford that. I mean, Tomb of Retraining is quite an expensive item. He could afford that because he forced Infi to a TP 3 times. Yeah. That first town portal into his base was a massive mistake. Should not happen at all.
I think he should have TP'd next to his shop, so he's kind of like to the top left, and then Militia flank from the other side. That could have been really good. But yeah, he was stuck behind his own building. So much damage output was wasted for so long.
And the militia couldn't run in because everything was like stuck with breakers there as well.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, that was the repositioning town portal then. There was 700 gold, then he was in TH's base, there was 1000 gold, and so TH could easily go into more upgrades. At that point, Infi was supply stuck because the expansion was gone. He couldn't follow up to 80. And yeah, in the very late game of this match, everything spiraled out of control, and TH, with the better decisions, but it doesn't seem like Infi is without chances here at all, man. That was a game on a knife's edge for the majority.
Absolutely, that tug of war. It was also so close to like tipping in favor of Infi. He was down at the expansion for so long. It seemed like just with 3 or 6 supply less for a minute on TH's side, he would have just crumbled right there. Infi tried to put the heal on him, just barely not enough.
Absolutely possible. What a promising game 1 from Infi and TH. We've seen ultimates already. We've seen strong alchemists already. Who would have thought that? Like 5 months before or so.
Yeah, of course here at GCS, we always have a lot of viewers tuning in. Maybe some of you don't watch this game too often or haven't seen patch 1.29 too often. That's the hero of the patch, the Alchemist. He was never played pretty much before the patch, but now he has more movement speed. He doesn't heal enemies anymore. Acid Bomb got better as well.
Yeah.
So he has received so many buffs, and he seems to be the recipient of the most of the love of the Warcraft community.
Indeed. So the question is, how do you counter him? That is the question where we have maybe no answer for. TH, I don't know, I haven't seen him too much against an Alchemist, rather with an Alchemist. Infi played a lot of Mountain King. Good damage, of course. Alchemist has a lot of HP, so very tanky against spells. But of course you can trap him out of position, maybe surround him.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And if he's surrounded by breakers, he will die pretty fast, especially if he has mana. And if you are very fast, you are going to limit this healing from his side significantly. So in the end, if he does barely any healing, but you only use your Storm Bolts to cancel him, is that going to be worth it?
That's a good question.
Especially if we get into these big breaker wars. I don't know. I haven't seen a very good answer myself yet.
Stormbolt got a little weaker, so this is not one-shotting the priest anymore. Clap could be an answer as well with Blizzard.
Like, when was this? 2, maybe 3 years ago, we saw a lot of Clap first in the human matchup when there's still footies around. And then, of course, later on you transition into Stormbolt. Maybe you can try to play more aggressively with a Panda on tier 2. That, of course, being the big advantage of the Tavern heroes. They become available immediately on tier 2, whereas the Altar heroes will take another minute to do it. But if you don't succeed with a lot of pressure early with a Panda, then it seems like the Alchemist is just the hard counter.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so hard to reach the backline with the Panda later on. With mana, indeed. Of course, you can always go there, but what do you do when you only have right clicks, right? Amazonia is next. Infi's pick. The second map is coming. Amazonia, a very small map, but for some reason, a map where you can go tier 3.
Yeah, you can turtle pretty well, I guess. You can also be really annoying with Zeppelin drops into your opponent's base, force him to stay back, get that time to get mortar teams or griffins or whatever you want. I do expect some tier 3 games here to be coming out of these two, especially Twisted Meadows is where I hope for that.
So funny, you always say that it never happens.
It has happened.
When?
I watched it happen!
When?
You
The
know,
same like Torrents, right?
You know Nero from Star Trek? No, didn't get. Okay. Torrents one day, Neo. Wait for 1.30. You know, Cam's got my back. They're gonna have plus 50 movement speed. Tier 2 units. You can morph grunts into Torrents.
How does that work?
You have to combine them with a peon. They have a mating ritual, and then poop. There we go.
It's like how they create Blanca in Street Fighter.
Didn't they? What did they do with Blanca? Did they?
They tortured a guy, but you can read it up on that later. Map number 2 is AZ. Infi needs to come back and tie this series up, or will we have match points for TH? This part of the bracket, we've only seen 3 O's here, with Infi defeating our boy Foggy and TH defeating Lin, surprisingly, with a clean sheet. So that was the first map loss for Infi in the playoff stage, and TH now 4-0.
Was a very even game though. Certainly Was a very hard-fought battle. So what do you think? Is this gonna be tier 3 then this time around, Neo? It sounded like you have a feeling here.
I do. We have a lot of back and forth between those two when we look at their previous matches here. I think the only exception is the Color Cup match where TH1-2-0. It's always really close. Like in GCS qualifiers, we've seen it 2-0. GCS Grand Final, those two have met. It was 3-2 in favor of TH. Same for the Neo Star League Ascension phase. In the Neo Star League playoffs, though, it was 3-2 for Infi. In CIG, it was 2-1 for Infi. So you see, this is very, very rarely just the 3-0, 2-0. One player always comes back. And what we've not seen in this series, as of now, on that one map that we had, was the water elemental drop into the base. And with the fast rush distance here, or the small rush distance,
I think we're gonna see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's also a creep route here that gets you to level 3, which really favors that strategy because you go for Laboratory, Green Camp, that's level 2. Then you go to the middle, take out the Kobolds, and the Militia will take the Green Murlocs. And that is level 3 for you, boom, and you're in the middle of the map, and then you can run across, and then you can be aggressive, and if your opponent does the same creep route, then his peasants are gonna be hurt from the poison. And if he doesn't do that, then you're level 3 faster. So this may very well be about who can creep faster. Maybe Lightning Shield utilization could be a factor here. As is always the case, of course, with the Archmage, level 3 is key. And since it rhymes, it's true as well.
No Lightning Shield here for Infi in the south. Of course, Claws of Attack would be nice. We have a Lightning Shield here, but uncontrollably on this little rogue. So this Water Elemental is gone fairly quickly. It's first little advantage for Infi, I'd say. Also the item, not the greatest. What do we have here? Oh, they share the rings.
A little bit more damage onto the peasants and footies and so on TH's side. That could perhaps make a difference. Not controlling that Lightning Shield too well, I suppose. Here we have the level 2 on both sides, more tankiness for TH. Infi chasing away this footman, doesn't want to be bothered by one footy harassing his peasant in the main. Very obnoxious to deal with. And I like this, neither player skipping the arcane, both going for one. It's just too likely that you're gonna be a hit in your own main base.
Yeah, TH's win rate in Human Mirror 64%, for Infi is 56. So slightly below him. And yeah, my feeling is TH in the big matches, as I said before, he is a little superior. You see that in Neo Star League, like when it was only the playoffs and not the final stage, the win goes to Infi. When it's about the big ones, TH is always there. And there's no lower bracket here in this tournament, so this is as big as it gets.
So this was the aforementioned creep route. It is the best, it is the fastest to level 3, that's what it's all about. And as we see here, Infi was just a little bit faster. He was in the middle of the map a little bit more quickly, and now he's threatening the base attack. But TH is in position to defend. So again, we may have these peasants being left alone. They have an unconventionally pleasant life here.
Indeed. But Infi might be trying to just force the waterman. Ah, no, he just wants to set up the sentry ward to have vision on the tech. There is an arcane tower already.
Wow, no tech.
There we go.
It's quite a bit later, like significantly later.
Yeah, he went for the boots. So he has the boots advantage now. Question is, what can he do with it? Oh, he sends in the footman. That's a rare move.
Lumber mill, by the way, for TH. Oh my god, is he gonna get all these footies stuck?
Oh,
is this gonna be a 5 units around?
This looks like it, man. Of course, Militia had to be called, but where's the damage? The Water Elemental is outside the base. Can they find a little niche to get out? Archmage is being pressured, but that's about it. He's down 50%. Infi, what's his reaction? Nothing from the shop, only boots. He had them before, but the footmen are able to escape.
It looked very scary there for a moment. In the end, it's only 2 peasant kills onto TH, and he sacrificed 1/2 footies for that. I'm not quite certain. But also a lot of lumber time invested from the peasants.
But he has a lumber mill, so that should be fine. Can make up for that.
I believe so as well.
So that was kind of a brute force attack. Like, he didn't have really an opening for this harass, but oh, nice last hit. But he really wanted it. And was it worth it? I don't know.
He lost 2 footmen here, but he got a return footman kill with the Archmage for Infi being alongside his army. Pressuring into the main once again. Defend on Infi side. I'm not sure that TH has it. He is a little struggling with his lumber.
That's true. So he has a lot of gold, but almost no lumber there, despite being down in supply.
The mill does finish, that's gonna help him. Here is the Water Elemental popped into the main. Arcane Tower is supposed to be a counter against it, but Water Elementals having so many hit points takes a while to take out. Infi has lost a couple of units for all this harass, but it should be reflected in the low lumber count of his opponents.
Yep, it's working out, especially maybe might be critical once they reach tier 2 and have to go for the Sanctums. Oh, they are tier 2 Mountain King it is. No Alchemist for TH this time.
Yep. And certainly not the lumber for 2 Sanctums.
Oh, yeah. Oh, tier 2 tech is far behind though. So this will take time for TH. Of course, you want a certain amount of priests before you go into that upgrade, the Adept upgrade for the spell. So this could be the timing window for Infi to catch up.
MK Mirror. Alright.
Did you have any idea when pro players decide to go for what hero? Like, is there some maps that are better for an Alchemist, or there's some maps that are better for a Mountain King? Because I certainly have no idea, but I'm not here to have a clue about Warcraft.
No, honestly, not really.
I wish yours was with me, man.
That would be the day. MK really nice item inventory here. He's greeted by for TH. Very tanky with these items, as well as fast with the boots of speed. Moving forward, looking for the kill. He has that Stormbolt. Finding kills shouldn't be too hard, but really good Water Elemental scouting by Infi prevents any unnecessary losses. He's gonna wait for his own MK. And then we'll call the Militia, perhaps for a natural creep.
Pretty early shop for Infi as well, right? Okay, Militia, there it is.
And an Ivory Tower.
Is this already an early expansion?
He does have the lumber for it. Oh, but the Creepjack. This could be painful. The Sentry Ward from earlier in the main saw this movement coming out. This may very well have to be a TP out here for Infi.
Oh boy, can he at least get the Rock Golem and the experience? It would be massive. Who's gonna get it? And it's, oh, who was it? Like,
Infi got the experience and the item.
okay.
Greater mana for him is certainly gonna be nice, but I thought this Creepjack looked way worse than I guess it was in the end. He deflects that attack fairly easily, loses 2 peasants, but that's fine. He killed 2 footies there at least.
Bigger mana is so nice now, of course.
Yeah. And now he has a level advantage on the MK as well.
Yeah.
TH decided to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Did get very little done with this.
Ooh, can he get in range? Also nothing to surround here. But he is playing this quite risky with the Archmage. Maybe a little bait, maybe set up a trap. Because the Footmen were in position. 2 Watermen. This is certainly a position for him to fight.
What are you doing?
Is in a surround. He can maybe fight out. There's a lot of healing and the Footmen should be blocking it. No, Stormbolt seems to be enough. Surround. Is it still closed? Oh, he's blocking himself with the Water Elemental. And that is the kill with the second block. I think he denied it, but I'm not too sure. Level 4 for Infi almost.
He killed a couple of priests here. That's nice for TH, but of course, not so good when he loses the second hero. Now losing priests as well. And the major thing, the footy force. So many more footmen for Infi, making such great use out of them.
It was a footman slaughter on last refuge, so once the priests arrived, nobody really had the footmen anymore on the battlefield. But this is looking so much better for Infi now.
Yeah, this looks almost like checkmate, maybe? Like, he has level 4 Archmage, he has almost level 3 MK. Almost might be a generous word. And once he has the Expo up, of course he's gonna have massive economy advantage as well. TH needs to pounce, needs to do crippling damage here in a very short amount of time.
Yes, of course. It's a lot of resources that Infi invests into that second base. This might go into the army of TH or some items, something that helps in the fights for sure. Book of Retraining.
Really early. Can of course also be cancelled with the Stormbolt.
Great against buildings though, and there's no breakers at the moment.
Calling Militia from the main as well. He knows he can't let this go unpunished, and Peasants already taking quite a bit of damage. Archmage is gonna have another Blizzard here, of course. The next one though, he'll have to wait for a little bit if he uses it right away.
Should be pretty close to level 4. Okay, I think rather Infi. And this is yeah, kind of Infi's move. Oh my god, this was the first cancellation. He shouldn't have mana anymore. He's pushing. This is basically an all-in with the resources on the Tomb of Training and the Mass Militia call.
And he's got Stormbolt, 2 waves of the Blizzard. That's it! Cancels it right away with a Stormbolt, and now Archmage completely out of mana. Only a bit of range damage from the Firebolt. Decent damage though, to be honest. Level up for his MK should only be level 2 though, not level 3, where Infi's MK is almost already. Militia duration over. Very hard now for TH to call more Militia, but Infi should still have more to use.
TH towering up here, close to 500 gold, might not invest, but the bashes are real for Infi, man. Third one, and gets the kill with that. Less Priest, less Dispel. But there's still quite a few. The first breakers for Infi are coming.
Barely any lumber here for Infi. He certainly can't afford to call Militia with this situation in his resource department.
And this expansion did not really pay off, right? With the Blizzard now attacking the Peasant line.
Certainly not. He has the replenishment here on the Archmage. More mana for him. He has so many Blizzards to use. Water Elementals get dispelled. And the towers, once they're up, those should be guard towers. Yeah, he's got that lumber mill.
Oh man, if they are in range of the Priest, he can create so many good positions now. With the zoning of the Blizzard, Mass Repair, can he hold on to this? No, has to cancel the first one, but the second one should be finishing. Oh, Infi's timing is superb! And he cancels the second one as well.
And that was so important. Imagine those towers finishing. How is he ever going to claim superiority at his expansion again? Going for the Mountain King. He's dropping kind of low, but he does get back to the safety of the back line. Now eats his own Stormbolt. Only level 1 though, not too much damage. He's so close to level 3. Only 1 more kill required.
He's getting more and more breakers, so Blizzard becomes less and less effective. And he has to position himself a little further forward to be able to reach the Priest. And then, of course, there's an opening for Stormbolts around.
Super even in terms of supply between the two. Of course, now Infi is mining and mining more from this expansion. But the Peasants could fall victim to a Blizzard.
They're all hurt. Is he going for it? That, of course, will not end up on the Priest. Oh, nice save by Infi, moving them away before the first wave hits, I believe.
Yeah, very well done. Still so low is Infi on lumber. Look at this. He can't make any breakers right now. He's repairing, I guess, which costs all of the lumber to be used. He has 5 peasants on lumber over time. That should be good enough. But now he's losing the Expo, perhaps.
He has to re-engage into this. This is not looking too good. The towers are coming up again. One more Priest falls, but he has 5 in the back line. Water Elementals dispelled immediately. How much mana is left for Blizzard? 0.
And when are those towers gonna come up? He's gonna wait to focus them until they're close to being done. MK in trouble, has been Stormbolted. There's another Stormbolt certainly on TH's side. This Mountain King for Infi could be in deep, deep trouble. He's still in range for that Stormbolt. Long range, it flies. He could give over the TP if he's in big trouble, which he is.
Oh, the Blizzard, perfect position. The Priests have to take care of him now like a bodyguard. But man, it looks like TH, despite having like no expansion, should be able to do this. Will he be able to win the Breaker War as well?
More breakers for TH here, certainly, so he has a big upper hand there. Nice micro towards the back for the breaker. Gets the kill with the Archmage. Totally out of position is the first hero for TH, but no mana for Stormbolt. Cannot be punished. Finally, level 3 for his MK. He was so far behind in experience, but he took such great trades here over the last couple of minutes.
Close to level 5 as well on this Archmage, and then Blizzard really starts to hurt. We have almost mana for another Stormbolt here, and Infi loses more and more, but gets also more and more resources. But does it really... yeah, okay, now he has lumber again, so it is worth it.
Wow,
56
TH is
versus
doing
59.
this so well.
Is brilliant play by TH once again.
And he's not far away from level 5, and that's when the Blizzard really hurts. More experience from the tower. Militia coming in. They may be chewed up in this front line here in just a moment. Now though, the Priest out of position for him. Gets that 1 kill. Not even the Stormbolt had to be used. I think he wants to save that against the Blizzard now. Stormbolt surround, attempt, TP transferred. Will have to use it to get out of this.
The Mountain King, yeah, exactly. Archmage was also in risk of being surrounded there, but TP out. Where is he going? To his expansion. There's no shop.
Now Infi needs to be really careful, because for the next bolts around he will not have a TP. If the Archmage lands in one, this game could be over right there.
Yeah, but Infi is out of the danger zone. Not everything is cramped up anymore. He has that open battlefield again and should have the better concave. But how long can his Priest survive? They continuously have to be repositioned, can't really heal up. And again, TH has the better healing on his breakers.
The towers, they're continuing here in their upgrade. Should be done kind of soon. I think level 5 for this Archmage just got unlocked. The next Blizzard gonna be that much more powerful, and Infi's ignoring those towers, but of course he knows about tower timing more than anybody else.
Absolutely. Mountain King getting storm bolted once again. Infi, I think his expansion is starting to really pay off. He's about to run away in supply, but the MK... Oh, the tower's up though. Can he cancel them before?
And he has so much healing. Oh, so much repair, I should say.
Oh, Archmage is surrounded as well. He can't get out. No TP. First hero falls and the tower falls. Yeah, but that's about it. Mountain King in trouble as well. And he falls. GG to OTH. Still undefeated in the playoff stage. 5-0 now.
Wow. So well played by TH. Never letting up the pressure at that expansion. That was so expensive. That was a bad investment. Seems like in business school, he hasn't been paying attention because that was never ever worth it.
But you know what was a good investment, man? That Tome of Retraining. The Blizzard helped out so much against the Priest, and this seems to be TH's key to victory at the moment. Cancel the healing on your breakers. It's like an easy solution on paper because he had, like, he shut down the Alchemist, or he forced the Alchemist to heal the Priest, then no healing for the breakers. The breakers of TH win the fight, and they win the game.
Alchemist?
In the first game.
Oh, I was talking about the first game. Okay. Yeah, in that game, it felt like Infi had good enough of a lead. He had so many footies. He could afford that expansion. But in that Breaker Wars mirror match, if you, like, in total, it's what, 800 gold that costs? You can get pressured really hard for that.
And TH with great timing in general. Like, he knew exactly, okay, the expansion does not pay off yet, so I have to push now. The investment for the Tome of Retraining, unusual, but great, as it turned out. Then he tried with the towers, was really close. If he gets those 2 towers up, the game is over rather quickly. But then he sees, oh damn, this is starting to pay off a little too much. Infi has the upper hand in supply with like 5, and then he got the tower up, and then he got the big plays with the surrounds.
Yeah, I think
it was just perfect.
I think those towers may have won him the game because they got cancelled twice when they were in construction, I think. But there was so much damage, quote unquote, wasted on the towers where he could take the better trading game for so long, and then got ahead with that. Had more breakers by quite a decent amount there towards the end, despite not so many of them dying. Lumber really was an issue in that game for Infi. Didn't seem to manage his economy perfectly. Of course, really hard to do in such a stressful situation when you have to defend non-stop.
Indeed. Also, of course, the Water Elementals constantly giving some experience to TH, which then resulted in level 5. So Infi's next pick is Twisted.
Wow. You know what's possible to see here, Neo?
Tier 3, yes, of course.
Tier 3 games. Here more often than anywhere else, I would say. But I don't know if we will, because this has been such a relentless, aggressive game from the mid-game on, 2 games in a row now. So if you go for Tier 3, obviously you're going to have Tier 2 units. And when you don't have those, an opponent like Infi or TH may just pressure you into submission.
Yeah, we saw
wouldn't blame the players here not taking that chance.
You can't really play without priests, so you have to go for 1 Sanctum anyway.
But you're gonna of course go for that laboratory first creep, go level 2 right away. You're gonna have Zeppelin access early, and with that maybe you can, you know, annoy your opponent back at home for long enough to perhaps get that Tier 3 rolling.
Also, Mercenaries, definitely a case here. Shadow Priests, again, available. We haven't seen them on AZ. Also possible, but like they're so far away. There was no time, really.
It doesn't fit into the creep route.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't fit into the creep route, and then there was, once again, this constant tug of war where you don't, like, you never have the chance or the time to go there early, and then you have the Priest at one point anyway.
Yeah. Could be interesting, like if one of the players spawns on TM next to the Merc Camp, maybe he even goes for the Merc Camp first. Normally it's always the laboratory, such a nice jumpstart for your Archmage, but the Shadow Priest control and Berserkers in general, so important in that matchup.
Yeah.
Could certainly see that, actually.
Okay. Looking forward to map number 3. It's 3 match points in a row for TH. He could claim or reach his 2nd grand final in a row, being the champion that he is at the moment. He would face Lolliot or Fly, who will be in our 2nd semi-final of the day. Then we have the game for 3rd, and then the big best of 7 grand final.
And could be a 6-0 for TH, man. That would be kind of crazy. Into the grand final without dropping a map. Kind of expect Infi to strike back here, though. These last 2 games were so close, both of them.
Yeah.
That's what I really like to see. I was kind of afraid that one of them's going to show up and the other one's not going to have a perfect day, you know. But this is on eye level, this match right here. There's an even playing field. It may be the 2-0 lead now for TH, but I feel like it could have very well turned out the other way.
Agree.
Couple of things different. Infi doesn't hold on the first map and doesn't win the attack. TH doesn't hold on the first map, and then perhaps on the second map he doesn't quite have enough to break Infi.
If he misses the timing on map 2 a little, then the expansion pays off earlier.
Yeah.
It was also like really cool how TH went from attacking the peasants to attacking the priest, attacking the peasants. Like it was constant damage on everything, and of course with no shop being there, no scroll of regen, you can't send a priest to the peasants to heal them, but then he's missing in the fight. It's like very, very hard to react to that, I feel.
Yeah. For all the human players out there, I think this is actually a really, really enjoyable match to watch, because this is like perfect play. This is like no mistakes anywhere, and if there's a small mistake, you get punished really hard for it. A treat to watch if you enjoy high-level Warcraft.
Yes. It's pretty cool that they are still on top and always are. Like sometimes the one is a little lower in shape than, but the other covers it. So we always have one top human all the time, and humans provide, of course, great matchups. So can certainly be lucky about that.
2 GCSs ago, there was this little scary moment where Romantic took out TH with 2-0, which nobody saw coming. Romantic being able to perform so well
To
at
that, man,
tournament.
we haven't seen a telestep so far in this matchup. That was what made Romantic so strong, and TH had no answer to that at all, especially on bigger maps like Turtle Rock or Twisted. Twisted is coming.
Echo Isle is also a map where they love to go for that. Creep Route ends up with level 3 on the gold mine, then you go towards the middle, and then you can perhaps pressure, perhaps even expand, you know. Stuff like that. That might be a map for later, though. If we get there, Twisted, as you said, is going to be our next one.
Seems to be a little break here as the game is not starting.
Perhaps nature calls. Even those legends have to abide. I looked around at the audience today already. A lot of them have shown up here today. Here we see them. Yesterday for Moon. Seems like Moon was the fan favorite yesterday. So much applause, so much cheering for him.
Yeah.
He didn't make it out. One of the upsets of yesterday.
A lot of Fly fans, though, yesterday as well. Today we don't see too much yet. Again, it is a packed crowd. TD seems to be a little joker there, causing a lot of laughing in the crowd for Chinese standards. How many photos did you take yesterday with fans, Remo?
2.
2. Pretty nice feeling, right, to have that?
As like back in WCA, first time we were there. Of course, they didn't know us, but I was like, oh my god, white people. Sign, please, sign.
There's actually some Western fans here as well. Big shout out to them showing up for the second day. It's pretty cool. We talked outside for quite a while. The Warcraft family, man, knows no borders.
And they're sitting up in the gallery with a perfect view of our third game here. Is this gonna cut this series short? TH only requires that one single more map when he has possibly 3 match points ahead of him. Twisted Meadows, we go! And an Alter power build here on Infi side, who is spawning in the top right. He needs to come back strong here if he wants to have a chance to make it to the final. TH, bottom right, excuse me, in the red. What?
Yes, in the red. This break afterwards. That's funny.
That's all I want to say. I'm done for today.
All right. It's pretty cool how they prepared these little banners here. But yeah, of course, fast build can only mean one thing. That is the laboratory creep, and now the gamble is on. Tome of experience for one of those players gives them a big jump forward. Also, not Vamp Aura, True Shot Aura, Sobi Mask, or Robe of the Magi. Those are the 3 items that you really, really want.
Yeah, Flute, especially in the Breaker Wars, could be game deciding, question mark, with how close these games have been so far. Would be a big advantage. So there was this possibility open for TH to go for the Merc camp since he's spawning close to it. Infi couldn't go, so he didn't have the pressure of having to choose. But this must be the laboratory, right? It's just way too much experience, and I don't know, with 2 water elementals, can you perhaps even creep the Merc camp without militia or with only a few? We're gonna see. Here we go. Creep camps, or creep routes rather, starting off very similarly. And a tome of experience, man. If you find your opponent with level 3 AM against level 2 AM only, that's gonna be so unfair of a fight, especially if there's no Shadow Priest support.
Yes. So no harass, but the creep starts. The RNGesus, who is he with? Infi, the first one that we see here with the drops.
Gonna take quite a bit of damage here from this creep camp. The second water elemental got ensnared. That's not the way you wanna have it. So 1 peasant already lost, 2 more hurt, but he kills the big one. With that, the most amount of damage is gone. Rune Bracer is gonna be very useful for useless for a very long time. But if an MK comes in, could be good.
Yeah, Devotion Aura. We saw that before in Breaker Wars, can be nice at the very late game, but could very well be that both sell it to get a little bit of a gold advantage early on.
Seems like they are the same speed with this creep camp here. TH a little bit faster. That's probably because the peasant have been lost. But most importantly, no tome of experience.
Indeed. We have a farm here to have a little control over the laboratory so they can scan all the time, go for shredders and go for zappelins, or zappers, of course. So, how likely do you think is an expansion here on TM, on these starting positions?
I'm not quite sure. Between these two, especially for Infi, I think it's very unlikely because he doesn't have Merc support. For TH, maybe. He's creeping up the Merc camp right now. Greater healing found. Almost level 3 already. Level 3 will be acquired by Infi as well, but no Mercs. This should be a big advantage for TH. Fortunate here with his spawning position compared to his opponent. Has he scouted his opponent so far? I think so. 1 footy had been sent out, so he should realize he does have the advantage at the moment. But that one single footman is forcing him back and gives space across the map for Infi.
Yeah, and he sees the Shadow Priest, of course. Good block so far. But not enough yet. Archmage, does he have another fireball in him? Or can he walk out of range? Nope, that is first blood for TH. I mean, in terms of real units and not only workers. But the Shadow Priest is absolute key to victory. How do you react when you're Infi now?
You want to get that second Shadow Priest in the Merc camp, which is cooling down, but so hard to time that perfectly, especially with the farm for TH already being there. 5 versus 1, that's not a fair fight, but a very nice surround.
While he was moving his Archmage away from the rest of the army of TH, the Berserker is also on TH's side. So what can he do with the footman now? There is a tech and an Arcane Tower and the Lumber Mill all at the same time for Infi. And here we have finally a Water Elemental in the base. We have seen one on Amazonia, but this is how it's supposed to be. No Arcane Tower up, and now the 3X are in trouble.
Has to go home to defend. And look at his lumber for TH. He's not going to be able to tech for so long.
Yeah. He invested so much, A, into this laboratory creep, B, into the mercenaries, and now his tower gets cancelled. This is rough.
Yeah, this Mercamp was supposed to give him the upper hand in the early game, but seems to have totally backfired. But now he has 2 Shadow Priests versus 0. He's going to be so easily able to deal with these Water Elementals, even keeps the Berserker alive. Or is it still the first Shadow Priest? It might be. I don't see a second one here. So, can he tech now? Finally. No, right? He's still not teching?
No, he's still not teching. Everything is hurt for Infi, but I think he can afford a power build shop.
He's still not teching. He's still so low on lumber. Oh
my
god.
And Infi feels so secure now. He knows that
I think he has to expand now.
Hurting the Echo would be TH's way to get back into this, so he invests into a second. Oh no,
Again.
The Arcane Tower is not finished as well. This is so good that he can attack with the Archmage and the Water Elemental. Dispel coming in though. Shadow Priest MVP.
Footman, Creepjack, almost level 4 here for this Archmage, but now nice surround against the trees. The Berserker is gonna fall. He hits level 4, however, and he's gonna get a couple of footy kills here as well, it seems. Nice deny as well for TH, keeping the experience rather low for his opponents. Footy's in trouble. One more is gonna fall, but like, what do you do now as TH? You can't go into straight up Breaker Wars now. You're way too far behind.
Yeah. So try to expand with Mass Footman, but that's also not really working.
He still has no lumber.
He has no lumber, yeah. Okay, now there's a Shredder, but it will still take some time. 500 gold. More Mercs. Of course, the Mercs help a lot.
Yes. Especially as long as there's no defend on the Footman, which I believe there still is not. So powerful. Good micro as well on the Shadow Priest. Keeps it alive even longer. And with the Shadow Priest gonna have an answer to Water Element, that will be more experience for him. And if he gets to 5 early, maybe his Archmage can carry this alone for him. Oh, he certainly can't afford to lose the Shredder though.
Oh my god. At least he is teching now. There's an opening to this base, so the Shredder could get in. Of course, the Shredder can be repaired, but that causes more and more resources.
Dude, how many peasants has he killed this game? He needs to be careful not to get surrounded here. Actually, he has his tele staff to get out if he should.
He's well prepared. Very, very well prepared. This might be the first map loss for TH in these playoffs. Staff out. Does he have a shop now? He should have. Oh, okay, he's so far away. He's pushing again.
It's gonna force a response here. This is too many footies for just a couple of militia to deal with, even without Water Elemental. I think you should even have one. And here we go. Sanctum's coming up with priests and breakers coming in. This is gonna be extremely difficult to deal with for TH. He staffs home now to at least have his Archmage at home. More peasants dying. Good thing he has that Shredder though, otherwise his lumber would be totally atrocious.
TH has 1,200 gold and can't do anything with it at the moment as he's waiting for his tier 2 to finish. I wonder if this Mountain King is the right choice. I mean, you have enough space now to creep him. There's, of course, a lot of kill potential in him as well. Here you see it. Nice deny, of course.
Pretty sweet.
At long range, this one. Okay, first kill.
That's 3 footy kills.
Yep.
One of them was denied in terms of experience, but still 3 footies lost. That's gonna make holding on quite a bit more difficult. MK still has 1/2 Storm Bolts at the ready. How close is this AM for TH level 5? I think he really, really needs it.
But how does he want to creep, man? Infi is everywhere, killing another one. This is exactly why he chose the Mountain King, for these pickups here with the early Storm Bolts. He has no mana anymore. Is he going for the surround? No, not really.
Oh, Mud Golem coming in!
Oh, what a nice reaction by TH!
What?
Infi
What?
is not portaling out! What was this? First hero falls, and this is the moment he needs. This is the opening he needs to get back into this game, and what a jump start now for, not jump start, but what a comeback for TH, getting level 5 now. Muddy the Mud Golem with the play.
Such a massive mistake. I guess he was looking at his MK in the chase for the Shadow Priest, but
heal potion and TP on the Archmage, and he still lost it.
A glaring error, and that's the way back into this game. And now Water Torrents are available. There's no way 2 priests will be able to dispel against this. And so much mana as well.
Yeah, or 430. That's like 4 Water Elementals with a mana regen, maybe even 5. And finally he gets the Sanctums. Looks like it's a Mountain King for TH as well. Will he find the time to creep him? Otherwise we'll just run behind in experience.
And that's the upside here for TH. MK will get ahead. Panda second.
Okay.
Alright.
There's no breakers yet. And he can pressure the expansion with it. Maybe he thinks, yeah, okay, it's exactly what happening here. Infi trying to expand despite the hero loss, and the Panda's great against buildings and workers.
Very close by to punish this is the... look at the Stormbolt damage. Laughable. Level 1 Stormbolt only against level 3 Water Elementals. There is Dispel now on Infi, but by no means is it infinite.
Stormbolts around.
Can Telestaff out? Unless there's Bash, but he's still... oh, he's level 2. Ooh, that was, a little scary there.
So the potion was on TH's side, not on Infi, so we take that back. But he still had a town portal.
Look at this scary-ass army,
These mercenaries, man, I told you, Merc Access might save his ass.
Slow could also be really nice. Of course, can be dispelled, but that's expensive. That's also dispelled not towards the Water Elemental. The Berserker gets taken out quickly, and actually he does have this dispel required to get rid of those Water Elementals. Really good start of the fight for Infi. Gets rid of the second Berserker as well, and suddenly this is all looking very doable.
Yeah, the Maulers are not that great yet against the Footmen. Of course, they're good, but they take additional damage, and they don't do extra damage, so this is another kill here. Panda level 2.5, and a big mana potion, though. Can he fight on to level 3? The priests don't look that healthy. Militia has been called again.
Yeah. First priest dead. The second priest in the backline also looks mighty exposed.
One more
So is the
Stormbolt.
Panda though. Stormbolt surround. Can he transfer the TP in time? He's trying. He's trying to get there, but he just can't reach last second. He does get it off, and finally Infi will be able to get TH out of his hair and with that maybe expand? Or does he feel that now he doesn't have the time anymore?
There's the time, yeah. Not against the Panda. I think that's the big issue for him. Maybe, oh, actually, he's going for it. He has the gold soon. Now.
Alright, by the way, more experience for this Archmage who was already level 5. And mass teleport on this map can be absolutely amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
MK already level 3. Storm Bolts are gonna start hurting. Could also sell the Rune Bracers, don't think that's worth it against the Breath. Speaking of Breath, Panda moving across here. Gonna try to assert more pressure. Looking for a Zeppelin, perhaps, judging from his movement. No, he's going for the gold mine. Oh, he wanted to creep down there. That was pretty cool. Wanted to use Water Elemental, Peasants, and Shredder to creep solo, but Infi was looking for it with the Archmage.
Not even level 5 for him. Of course, thanks to an earlier Mountain King, he had to share more experience. Shredder under pressure, but no kill there. TH is going into his base. Infi caused a lot of damage and a lot of kills. So what can the Archmage do now for the world champ?
Dropping
2
to the lane.
arcanes, still. Yeah. It's a level 3 water elemental, but should be enough.
Might kill a peasant or two. But in the end, it looks like expos on both sides here. But Infi is getting a lot of creeping down done at the red camp right now.
Yeah. Do you think TH overextended a little with that last fight? I think the last fight wasn't great for him at all.
But he traded his mercs for priests, which I think is fine, because in the late game the mercs aren't so good anymore.
And Maulers are sick.
But against the MK, I think they're gonna die very fast. As we see another victim to the Stormbolt. Level 4 already on the MK
also
with...
so tanky.
Yeah, really nice inventory.
And the mana regen is so crazy with the Sobi Mask and the Brilliance Aura and the Pendant then. So an even bigger drop now. Now there are priests here at the peasant line to heal up against this Breath of Fire, so well prepared from Infi.
Yep, and Panda out of mana now, but guess what? He can ferry over to the expansion and it's hard to get there in time for Infi. He has to walk the long way round.
Oh,
and this can be a lot of damage right here.
Oh yes, Panda had the Breath of Fire ready most likely. They're all running away, but you can't really run away from that. Big damage as he is level 3 already.
That was the greater mana used here. For
Okay.
basically only harassment. Oh!
Oh, nice. Infi and his 2 footies. We know that in every single matchup, basically. And the next Breath of Fire with a triple kill. It's such a high level of play, these harass, how they react to each other.
Can he load up this Panda, or is it too late? Could be dangerous above the trees. I guess the damage
Not
is
enough
too
damage.
high.
Yeah, there was no water elemental, so he can allow that. And you know, the distance. Oh, Archmage is there now with level 5, so he has to be really careful with the next summon of a level 3 water elemental.
TH in such a difficult position now. His expo is not up. He seems to be forced into an all-in situation here.
Next Breath of Fire with the Priest heal against that. Panda not that healthy anymore. Now the Mauler gets some damage into these breakers, but he just moves them away.
MK still has more Stormbolt. There's one more Breath of Fire. Lands really nicely right there. The Bolt not too effective. The Panda doesn't have any follow-up damage to worry about. Priest consistently healing. And again, lots of mana on these Priests for TH. Infi's Priests, they don't have that much.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no expansion for TH coming up anymore. The Footman did a good job. I think the Mountain King is kind of the carry now, right?
He's trying to force him away. Stormbolt against the Panda. Still has decent health. Oh, greater healing potion coming in. So nice right here. But what does he have against these breakers? The Mauler, I suppose.
Wait, is there no TP for TH?
Possibly. I'm not quite certain.
I think there's not. Panda has nothing. I don't know if the Archmage has one, but I don't think so.
MK in the front line, dude. Such a tank. 1200 HP max. But he is dropping lower. But there will, of course, be healing from the priests for him. No mining here at the moment. So currently, both players on one base economy, basically.
Great thing for Infi, of course, that his reinforcements are coming in a lot faster than the ones of TH.
And he might be able to catch off reinforcements as well. Coming in for... Oh, wait, for TH. So, more water elemental kills. Can he get level 6 with this? How close is he?
Can, of course, always be shut down with a Stormbolt or a Lucky Bash.
Oh, he's trying to kill this. He should be able to. If he has a
There's no
TP,
repair.
he can definitely commit to this.
I think he can commit to this, like, anyway.
Yeah, alright. That was so important, man. To kill this expansion. And he's almost level 6.
Oh, man. Infi again. Had a better early and mid game, but TH is coming back. But with such a late tech, that would almost be a miracle.
There's a water elemental on the ground. He can dispel against this. This might be level 6. There it is! Stormbolt on cooldown at the moment. He doesn't have mana anyways. There we go, mass teleport. Can he get the bash? One hit, Stormbolt! Oh my god, he cancels it!
Wow, that was so last second, and now he's stuck there. He has no TP, as we see. And how much damage can Infi do? Okay, the Zeppelin is still there. There's a bit of anti-air, but they can't reach, so TH stays in this. He's with his back against the forest and then with the wall, basically, for such a long time, but now he's getting claustrophobic and has to evacuate. There's
mass teleport again. Is there Stormbolt?
Don't
Not
think
this time.
So.
Woohoo!
What a play by
Jesus.
TH. I mean, his expansion was shut down as well, but it wasn't finished. He could cancel it,
And
if I'm not mistaken. And man, breaking this expo.
And how greedy as well, going tier 3 and breaking the expo. Of course,
Yeah.
now he's in a great position.
Yeah.
But imagine if he doesn't get it. This would be game over.
He has 1,000 gold now, banked up. I think he can defend himself very well, but the Mountain King is getting close to 5.
Yes, very close. Still with that sick inventory. So tier 3 is going to be done in a moment. He's finishing the blacksmith here for the knights. Panda getting closer to 5. He's not quite there yet, but how good is that really going to be?
TH was switching a lot to Blizzard before. Infi didn't do that, therefore a lot of water elementals for TH to dispel and therefore higher hero levels. He's going for the base. There is no second one, there is no backup. Oh, mass teleport though into Infi space as well. Oh no, to defend. I thought I saw a movement there. But defend first.
Water elementals being quickly dispelled. Both players' sides, priests have a lot of mana. Nice breath of fire.
Ooh, hitting everything. Panda's getting close to 5 as well. There's staffs now. There's a paladin coming now. There's most likely enough fire for more and more mana on those priests. But first we have level 5 for the MK. Can he get a hero kill? Massive damage on the Panda. He's in the middle there. The Zeppelin is not the bash. Oh my god.
Couldn't load him up because of that bash stun, but now he gets him out just barely in time. Is that good enough though? These Stormbolts, oh my god, they don't instantly kill priests anymore, but still really good damage. Is this enough? Infi has to win this game right here. He's so far behind in tech, but once the Paladin's out, maybe TH can stabilize.
Breath of fire into nothing, really. That was certainly a waste. Mountain King has another Stormbolt. Archmage is super squishy, but of course he holds that.
Where is this Paladin? Where is this Paladin? Is he gonna pop up on the wrong side as well? Is the question.
Oh! Stormbolt, follow-up damage. Is it enough? The Zeppelin tries to go. Oh no, he's there. Saves him. Is he? Yes, the breakers are up front to block.
Very close situation here.
Shop is not in range for TH here though.
Shop is dead, in fact.
Yeah. And Infi with a massive supply lead. Now he's expanding again in the upper right, I think. Oh no, just a farm. Observer thought the same though. So
He's pressing forward.
this shop is this altar is no more. Inner fire is ready now.
Okay, but don't think he should use it.
Nope, but I mean,
So at
this
least
is a
he will
master
survive.
upgrade. He has a bigger mana pool and more mana regen now.
And more HP, so can't die to the Stormbolt so easily anymore. Big Breath of Fire once again. Almost level 5 on this Panda.
The buildings are buffering for Infi, but he
Oh,
might be
the
surprised in a
Paladin.
bit. The Pally falls. No Holy Light.
Stormbolt so strong. May have been nerfed, still super strong. And guess what, Paladin? How's he gonna come back without an altar now? Certainly not from the tavern, nothing in position. So expensive as well.
This tier 3, was it the right idea? You said it. We're kind of likely to see tier 3 here, but it hasn't paid off at all. Panda level 5 now. Can he reach the priest though? A little bit.
Big damage, but where's the follow-up? They can just heal themselves. And have nothing really to worry about.
Looks like Infi is taking this, what we have said this before. There's still mass teleport, there's still a Hail Mary play somewhere with that spell. But of course there's also should be a Stormbolt. Infi has a lot of time, gets healed up now, more mana, and there is this Hail Mary play, I guess.
Alright, he's gonna have Breath of Fire for base race, but he has a lot smaller army. Is that good enough? Inner Fire being used and being stolen right away. And we're gonna have to juggle back and forth here with that spell. Which in the end is gonna go to Infi with the superior breaker numbers.
The breaker is in the base of Infi. Will he shut down this mass teleport? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, we have a base race, ladies and gentlemen, with the Panda. He is it enough? I mean, his base is more fortified since he has a castle and there's a panda against it, but there's a lot of damage done already.
He's not saving any peasants. They're all dying. He called them into militia form, but he couldn't save any of them, so he can't make any more buildings. That is the case for TH. I don't know if Infi has any peasants strangled throughout. TP home, though.
Ooh, boy. Into the middle of everything, going for the Archmage. He is stunned now. Can he somehow get out? I don't think so. The damage is enough. GG, and Infi makes this a series. First time we don't see a 3-0 in the upper part of this grid.
And once again, it was so hard fought. It was so close. That Expo being killed, the key moment there for TH to still have a chance, but that level 5 MK, dude. So sick with that amazing inventory as well on him. And Stormbolt level 3, still very powerful.
Yeah, Panda, it was the right choice to kill the Expo. It was the right choice to get time after he was behind for such a long time. In half attack. That's huge. That's unheard of to come back from that. So he had the right solutions to make this game closer, to get himself a chance once again. But then the Mountain King was just, in the end, the better choice.
And that's hero loss in the middle of the game on Infi's side. I was like,
True,
what?
that made it quite close indeed.
Seems like that could have swung the game the other way if he had survived. But level 5 Archmage there, so super strong. Alright, that was the biggest map we had. Expansions once again, but there was hard contention for those. Turtle Rock banned, so we have Echo left, right?
And Edgenals.
Echo and AI, okay. Once again, it's going to be a rush towards the Merc camps, I think. Go for the priests, go for the level 3. And
it's nice how you don't even know the map, but still can predict what's going on in the first part.
Yeah, almost always the case.
That is correct. On AI, a little less likely to go for the Mercs because it's well protected and a little further away. On Echo Isles, it will be like the first thing they go for.
I want to bet that they go for the Merc camp both on AI.
Immediately?
No, not immediately.
Ah, of course they're gonna go for it.
Level 2 first and then Merc camp.
TH having more gold despite Infi having the Expo here, by the way, due to upkeep most likely.
Huh. Yeah, he was at 50 versus 60 for a long time. So, which map do we have here, gentlemen?
I think Echo.
AI is certainly not an early expansion map. Echo Isles could be.
Yeah. AI is, though, there's very, very likely to see a tier 2 expansion. And it is AI.
Alright.
Oh, we have seen great games here. You remember with Blizzard first, Blood Mage second, Blizzard Flame Strike into the base. Good old Yumiko days.
I don't think you can cheese like that, though, in this match.
It was WCA, one of the finals, I guess, but yeah, it's super unlikely. I just had this memory of
would be pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Remember that game we casted Blood Mage first, sheep creeping on Turtle Rock? Flame Strike?
Yeah, I mean, the Great Wall is not playing, so
too bad.
Yeah, he made it barely not in the semi-final here. The Great Wall from Russia.
Shout out to a very entertaining player.
Yes.
Yeah, normally this early game should be very predictable. Ogre creep into the tiny green one next to it, like the Kobolds, level 2, then Merc camp, then maybe Red camp, and then run towards your opponent's base. This is, I feel like, the map where I see this most, because you're just for the natural creep out so close to your opponent's base. It doesn't seem to make sense to go home anymore. Just go for his main and try to do a lot of damage there. Once again, we saw a little bit of that on TM now, just a moment ago. But Infi didn't even really commit with his footies. Just all the time, the Archmage and the Water Elemental causing so much havoc in the main for TH. Is he going to be able to stabilize his economy better here this time around? Only one more map win required for TH. Infi, he needs 2 more. He's spawning in the bottom right. And his back is still against the wall, but he has shown signs of resilience. TH, is this where he allows the comeback for his opponent to happen? Of course, if he loses here, there's no other player in the world who he would grant it to more gladly than Infi, his brother in arms. Who do you think this crowd is cheering for more?
Very hard to say since you can't even read the signs, but we see not too many towers actually in the crowd. Really hard to say, but I asked a few fans before. They were under the impression that it's TH's time again, not only to win the semifinal, but to take the entire championship for the second time in a row.
Wouldn't be the first time, of course, for either of them.
No, TH won the winter season 2017. Infi, the very first incarnation of Gold Championship Series back in 2015. I think it's time for him again. Like, nobody really expected him to go far.
Yeah, I certainly didn't. And boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. Especially yesterday in the quarterfinals against Foggy. There was just demolition.
He played so well in that game.
Yeah, those timings were off the charts, man.
Early tower here. Seems like we're not going to be greedy this time around again. This creep route should be pretty much set in stone. Go towards the Merc camp. Well, not immediately, but after a while. Get level 3 and then be aggressive, possibly. 40 scouts on both sides will confirm what they are assuming. It will be a little bit annoying as well.
Okay, so claws are always good to snipe some peasants early on. Infi already scouting, harassing, preparing the next attack. If I remember this correctly, Infi always a little bit more aggressive on this map than his opponents. Doesn't matter if it's Romantic or TH or Yumiko.
Yeah. Some players... Oh, wait a minute. Is this going to be different? The early game creep route is the most exciting thing that we can look for in this matchup. But no, actually it is the standard. Ogre into green camp for level 2 and then most likely into Merc camp. A lot of peasants here already hurt on TH's side. May have to be careful about that. If Infi wants to be aggressive once again. The speed of creeping a little better for TH is gonna give him a couple of seconds advantage.
Okay. No level 2 aggression thus far. Level 3 here is, of course, from the mercenary camp. As we both said early, tier 2 with this. And can he get the kill, actually?
Wow! Would have expected some exaggerating cheers from the crowd here.
Like for the circlet yesterday. Like he gets 2 claws and then Fly fights the circlet and the crowd goes wild for that circlet.
Circlet's a pretty cool item.
Indeed.
So here's the Merc camp creep. That's gonna be level 3. It's gonna be a nice item. It's gonna be mercenaries. Wait a minute. Did Infi not go for a Shadow Priest? Not yet. I guess he's gonna pick it up here in a moment. Yeah, he's a little bit slower than TH. TH, we see it on the minimap. Where is he going? Either it's the main of your opponents or the red camp, but he's doing neither. He's actually going for the merchant instead.
Vamp aura for Infi helps the footman to stay stay healthy a little longer in the early fights. That's pretty decent. On the other side, Boots of Kel'Thuzad, an item that you really don't need and can sell.
And once again, the players leaving the other's main base alone.
Yeah.
I was expecting way more aggression.
On AI, I expected so much pressure.
Yeah. Very good scouting, by the way, by TH. Was always keeping track of what his opponent was doing, so he knew that he may have to respond if the move across was going to happen, but that was not the case. One of illusion here for him. Experience, of course, dead even between the two. Well, actually, I guess Infi is 25 ahead with that peasant kill from earlier. And now, for the first time, we're gonna have an engagement here.
Okay, creep check from Infi. Can he steal something? Would be great, of course. This one goes to TH. The rest of the army not really there. He intercepts a footman.
Dispelled one of the water elementals. More experience for him.
Micro by TH, saving 1 footman to the south, 1 to the north, and doing good damage to the Archmage.
Yeah, really good damage. That will oftentimes be tempting to go for an MK then. Keep up the pressure.
TH got creep jacked and Infi has to run.
True. But he has a decent force here still remaining. Both players with defend. And a nice surround against the trees. JK, I thought that was one. Not quite. Nice toggling here of the defend as well. Keeps the footy alive.
Oh, pretty sick plays by TH once again. Really impressed. But this is kind of the first time where he wins the early skirmishes, right? Before that, he was more of a late game player here, and Infi always had the upper hand. Not this time, though.
Have you seen a single kill so far?
Oh, Alchemist again. Reminiscent of the first map, and yeah, he needed that heal spray, and the Shadow Priest falls finally.
Very quick reactions here by TH. Should keep his own Shadow Priest alive. So that was the first 2 heal sprays. Oh, very hurt units here in the main. Tier 2 done. Is he gonna go for an Alchemist of his own? Shadow Priest for TH is next to the tavern, but no. He decides for the Mountain King.
Well, you can still cancel. The position at the moment, of course, not that great to go for a hero. Because Infi will be there and get some free damage on him.
Both Shadow Priests still alive for TH. That's a big deal.
Yes.
He's gonna have a lot of Dispel. Notice also how he turned off healing from the Shadow Priest. Wants to have all that mana for Abolish. But he's giving up this camp in the middle. This is what will happen most of the time when your opponent goes for Tavern Hero and you don't.
Regent Scroll, so much value now since TH saved so much of these Footmen. Footmen always good in this matchup as they do extra damage against Breaker, which is what we will most likely see in the later stages.
And there we have the level 4. Thanks to that Dispel onto the Water Elemental.
Is Infi still level 3? Yeah, right?
Yes. By the way, he used the full mana on the full mana Shadow Priest to Dispel, so he can make use of the mana regen. That's pretty cool. Absolute min-maxing here from TH. So now his MK is coming out. This should certainly be easy map control now for him. The Alchemist cannot heal against a 5-second stun. He shouldn't be able to, but Militia are coming from the main. Infi doesn't want to give up the middle so easily.
Okay, there's a lot of healing now with the Priest and the Alchemist, but there's damage from the Mountain King. What can he do? He doesn't shut down this heal spray. Doesn't seem to be worth it yet. Of course, it's very hard to do that since heal spray is very, very fast. And again, he micros the hurt Footman back.
Oh, this would be a big kill. The Stormbolt onto the Berserker. Does he have enough healing to save him? No. The MK seems to be winning this early mid-game.
Yeah, and the Footman. The mass amount of Footman there. He's cleaning, basically. Even the Militias can't really help him. But now it's time for TH to retreat.
Wow, level 2 already?
Yeah, he killed a lot, man.
He didn't creep anything. He just arrived here a couple of seconds ago. So many kills for him. He has another Stormbolt as well.
10 supply. It's the difference.
It's looking rough for Infi already, despite the fact that we're so early into this game.
2 Shadow Priests, they make a hell of a lot of a difference.
The HP on the... Oh, nice surround. Does he have it? Can't hold it though, not against the Stormbolt damage onto the...
He's committing
Alchemist.
for it.
And now he's surrounded
going
himself.
for it. There's a TP. Maybe he heals himself, but
Oh,
it's not
wow.
enough. Again, the heal spray is not enough to save that unit, and Infi is facing elimination. And TH his second final in a row. He's going to level 4 against the better Brilliance Aura, but does it help? He wants to go for the Tavern to buy back his buddy, but no way. He's surrounded once again, and I think that has to be it, man. He can go for the TP. But such a huge advantage for TH now. Has the town portal, has the better heroes, and has the better supply.
Yep. And now he doesn't have a teleport anymore. And that's always scary going up against the Mountain King. So now you basically have to go for a TP in a Breaker Wars where every little bit of gold matters. Now he's going to either fall behind in the Breaker count, or he's going to have the risk of always being able to lose his first hero. TH feels himself at an advantage. Wants to expand now. We saw this before. There it was the case on Infi's side. That was on Amazonia. Is he giving his opponent a way back into this game by now going for the expansion?
Yeah, he's not pushing him into submission just yet. Doesn't want to seal the deal here. He has the advantage and he wants to expand on it.
MK almost level 3 with this. More tankiness as well. Red camp being taken, lots of poison damage here. Big item though, who can grab it? It is not TH. Hellstone really good against this MK for the Alchemist. Water Elementals on top of each other, not perfectly done. Could get dispelled here pretty easily. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much for that experience. That's level 3 for me. And now even Clap could be really sick here against all these peasants and militia, but he has Stormbolt level 2 instead. Dispel on both sides, more experience. Alchemist, though, still far away from level 3.
And not really the forces to interfere. These priests, they were a little bit out of position. Also, Infi not fast enough on his feet there. Towers are coming up. I guess once they are done, what can Infi do to kill that Expo? There should be no position for him to push this. Tome of Retraining this time.
Expensive once again.
On the Iceman side, though, for the first time.
So, can he make this as expensive as TH was able to do earlier in the second game? Blizzard into the peasants. Good damage, but there's Stormbolt to cancel this.
Yeah. That's true. He positions himself a little more passively or defensively, but it's not fatal damage here. Mountain King is full mana, by the way.
X was already done. Scroll of Healing here coming in for TH. Towers will be finishing in the back. Only Arcanes, though, against Breakers. Certainly not the most damage, but they will help. Level 5 now on the Archmage. He has the mana for Water Elemental. Is there enough Dispel to deal with this? That's the question. Really doesn't look like it. These priests are super low mana. The Water Elemental in front, massive tank and massive damage dealer at the same time will force Infi to retreat, and that's a bad sign for him.
Indeed. Does he have one more fight in him? It's 7 supply difference. TH is with 1 lag in the grand final. The footmen are all falling, so the extra damage is gone as well.
Look at the MK dude, he's like the running back, he's passing the front line, he doesn't care.
Doesn't care at all, man. But there's no disable at all, so not really a chance to surround because he's so fast with the boots.
Stormbolt. Easy kills. Heal Spray not good enough. Not against a single target from a Stormbolt. 2 level 3 Water Elementals now on the field. Can't be dispelled. Not enough mana. Infi has to retreat further. Such a massive force for TH. 59 supply already. He's 15 ahead almost. And he's pressing forward. One more Stormbolt should be another kill. Bashes as well, making the life of the Breakers difficult. Decent Breaker frontline now though. But here's the cancel once again. He reserves it exclusively for that Blizzard. He knows he has the numbers.
And he has 2 more Stormbolts. Infi, I don't think, has even 2 more Blizzards in him. Getting close there, though.
That's a very nice heal spray. A lot of these Breakers were hurt, and it's not getting cancelled. So 2 channeling spells. Both of them are valuable to cancel, but of course, can't do that, you know, without limit with the Stormbolt cooldown and all.
What a different situation compared to Amazonia, where Infi was going for the expansion and TH was pressuring all the time. Now TH has the expansion, but Infi can't do anything about it. Alchemist is low, passes over the Health Stone and gets him back to full HP.
But how does he come back here? What's his comeback mechanic? As not one anymore. GG from Infi, and TH with a 3-1 victory over his brother-in-arms makes it through to the grand final once again. Our champion.
Infi looked unbeatable yesterday, but maybe that was just against Night Elf. In the Human Mirror, it's all about those tiny things, and yeah, he had the lead, and usually if they have the lead in Human Mirror, you run away, you capitalize from it, and you take it home, but not against TH, who defeated Lin yesterday 3-0. There was no chance, and man, the decisions in the late game, or late mid-game, however you want to call it, were just better, and also better executed. Like here, saving so many footmen, saving both of the Shadow Priests,
yeah.
That early mid-game saved him, or won him the game.
I think AI was like played perfectly. He
pretty much
had made. I didn't see a mistake, not really. And when you have just that little bit of a lead, delay your second hero. It's fine. He goes Alchemist, and that Stormbolt, when there's only level 1 heal spray, when the Breaker Wars hasn't really occurred yet, is way better in the early mid game. And he took such great trades, allowed for the expo, win conditions up. Nice. That should be my game.
TH so fast with the Stormbolts as well. Like, mentioned a couple of times how hard it is to shut down an Alchemist. He did that here, also reserving that mana. That was something like we saw from the Chinese in 2015, how far ahead they are compared to the Europeans in saving mana for those important situations. And we see TH is just a master of it.
That last game, that was, I feel like, though, the only game which was really one-sided. The other 3 could have gone either way, were super hard fought, very close battles, but that last game outclassed him a little bit.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Infi underperforming slightly, and when you underperform slightly against TH in the Human Mirror, that's easy GG.
Yeah, group stage Infi was not scary. Today, hard to judge because it's Human Mirror and so close. It was a strong Infi, but not Infi of yesterday, I would say. Very hard, but man, TH deservedly in the finals. Guess here we have him again, the winner, and then the second time in a row standing in the final. He will face a Night Elf or an Orc, so it's not going to be a mirror in the final, that's for sure. Lawlight versus Fly, our second semi, coming right after this one. Infi will have another game today in the game for third.
Yes.
Against the loser of Lawlight Fly.
Exactly, gonna be best of 5, right?
Yes.
Yes, best of 5. Shortly before our grand final, which will be best of 7. This was only 3-1, but still a pretty long series here. We saw the gold mines collapsing quite a while, so you guys are in for a treat. There's gonna be a long day of Warcraft. as we like to have it on Sundays. Championship Sunday. Here we see the highlights once again. Lots of Alchemists early. LR was a true breaker mirror game. Infi there was on the forefront, on the assault for a long time. Was so close to breaking TH there. And then he would have had free reign over the expansion. But TH held on and held on and held on.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see the different build on the two Alchemists, like Acid Bomb first against Heal Spray first. Seemingly Heal Spray is better, but how he got out of that choke of Infi was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and here, once again, we see there's such a mass of breakers. Looked so scary. But TH did a great job holding on. And this, perhaps the game-losing mistake. That bad teleport. Had to re-teleport, but by then already so much damage had been wasted. He took such a bad damage trade up to that point. TH will still evacuate.
And then, of course, the transition into Blizzard, when he really had not really the money to do it, but invested into it anyway. Then no healing on the breakers, damage on the priest. They had to heal up themselves, otherwise there's no dispel anymore and stuff. It was really cool, and we're very, very smart by TH.
Map number 2. Perhaps a rare strategical mistake in that game from Infi. Felt he had a lead big enough to expand. It was very close, he almost made it work, but in the end TH pressuring the Expo was successful.
Same here, like how he broke that expansion with the Panda was very impressive, but Twisted the only map that Infi took in the end with the superior Mountain King.
Yeah.
Mountain King kind of hero of the series?
I'd say so. Once again he shows his prowess on level 3 and onward. Of course that inventory was sick, man. Sobi Mask, Pendant of Energy.
That was a very cool series, but only the first of 4 here today. We follow it up with Lawlight versus Fly, 2 players who are surprisingly in this semi-final. We have a lot of supporters here that subscribe or donate our host, so I have to read them out. Thank you very much, guys. Super MKB, $50 donation. We can't thank you enough, my man, for the last 2 months. Krizer, our first sub ever with a 47-month sub streak. That's pretty insane. We have Spaten HDK with a host. Havunen Twitch with the sub, Crooksy with the sub, and Ramen with a sub as well. Grubby, thank you for the host for the 600 viewers. Of course, if you sub, you get a replay pack of this very tournament in our Discord. So do it. Gosu Gohan subbing for 26 months as well. So we are very, very proud to have you as our longtime supporters. And we will see each other in less than 10 minutes for semi-final number 2, Lawlight Fly.